Elon Musk wants to take humanity to Mars, not for a quick visit or a photo op, but to live there forever. Sounds crazy? Maybe. But he's already working on it, and if there's one thing we've learned about Musk, it's that when he sets his sights on something, he tends to make it happen, whether the world believes in him or not. Some people think a Mars colony would be a utopia, a fresh start for humankind. Others say it's a science fiction nightmare waiting to go wrong. But regardless of which side you're on, one thing is clear. Elon Musk is dead serious about making Mars our second home, and he's closer than ever to pulling it off. How it all started. This isn't some new obsession Musk woke up with last week. He's been thinking about Mars for over 2 decades. Back in 2001, his original plan wasn't to move people there. It was much simpler. Send a greenhouse to Mars, plant something, and show the world that life could exist on another planet. The hope? That it would inspire humanity to dream bigger and push for space exploration. Cool idea, right? Sure. But Musk quickly realized something. People didn't need inspiration. Space was already cool. What they needed was a way to actually get there. No one had built a rocket system to take regular people to Mars and back. So, Musk decided to do it himself. In a 2014 interview with Khan Academy, he summed up his realization perfectly. I thought that there wasn't enough will, but there actually was plenty of will if people thought there was a way. So then I decided, okay, well, I need to work on the way. And that's exactly what he did. Over the years, SpaceX has developed countless designs and prototypes, tweaking and testing, failing and trying again. By 2016, Musk revealed his master plan, a gigantic interplanetary transport system to shuttle large groups of people between Earth and Mars. It was an ambitious idea, but let's be honest, no one has ambitious ideas like Elon Musk. By 2019, the first full-scale prototype of what would later be named Starship was built, and in 2023, the first test launch of a full-scale Starship Super Heavy rocket took place. Fast forward to November 2024, and SpaceX had already pulled off controlled landings of both the upper stage ship and the Super Heavy booster. Musk's Mars rocket was finally real. Now, here's where things get even crazier. SpaceX isn't waiting around. By 2026, the plan is to send multiple uncrewed starships to Mars to test the landing process. Musk himself admitted that it might not work on the first or second try. But that's the nature of innovation. SpaceX will keep trying until they get it right. As Musk put it in November 2024, I am highly confident that we can send several uncrewed starships to Mars in 2 years. If those ships don't increase the crater count on Mars, then crewed ships can be sent in 4 years. What does that echo? If they don't crash and burn, humans are next. So, what happens when we get to Mars? Let's say the landings go well. The first batch of starships successfully touches down on Martian soil. What's next? Musk isn't just planning a road trip, he wants a full-blown civilization. And this is where things get really interesting. Remember, Musk isn't just the CEO of SpaceX. He also runs Tesla, The Boring Company, Neuralink, Starlink, and other sci-fi sounding ventures. And if you look closely, you will see that everyone fits into his Mars plan. Let's start with Tesla. When asked what the first Starship payload to Mars would be, Musk's answer was simple: Cybertrucks and Optimus robots. That's right. Tesla's futuristic stainless steel electric truck is about to become the vehicle of Mars. And honestly, it makes sense. Mars isn't exactly smooth sailing. The terrain is a jagged wasteland of rocks, craters, and dust storms strong enough to knock you off your feet. The Cybertruck, with its tank-like durability and all-electric power, is a solid candidate for handling the rough Martian terrain. Let's talk about Optimus, aka the Tesla bot, one of Elon Musk's wildest projects yet. Now, if you thought Tesla was just about cars, think again. This isn't just a robot. It's designed to be a fully functional, human-like machine capable of performing everyday tasks like us. At first, Optimus seems built for Earth, helping with labor, assisting in factories, and doing your dishes one day. But let's be honest, Everyone immediately thought of Mars when Tesla showed off this design. Because if anyone's sending a robot to the red planet, it's Elon Musk. And here's where it gets interesting. Optimus could be the first true Martian. Before humans even set foot on Mars, this robot could lay the groundwork, build infrastructure, and ensure the first settlers had a fighting chance. It's basically the ultimate space pioneer. But let's not sugarcoat it. Mars is dangerous. The air isn't breathable, the temperatures are brutal, and survival? Far from guaranteed. Elon has been brutally honest about this. In 2021, he straight up told an interviewer, "A bunch of people will probably die." It's not the motivational speech you want before signing up for a one-way trip. But that's the reality of space exploration. It's risky, uncomfortable, and a journey some might not return from. Still, for those willing to take the leap, it's a once-in-a-lifetime adventure that could change human history forever. And Optimus? It's looking more and more like the first step toward making Mars a second home. Elon Musk's plan for Mars isn't just about launching rockets. It's about blending all the innovative ventures he's been developing over the last 25 years into a cohesive mission. SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and more all contribute to this grand vision for interplanetary settlement. Most of us have seen Cybertruck. Whether you love or hate it, its potential as a Mars vehicle is not denied. It's built to be rugged and durable, two qualities essential for surviving the brutal surface of the red planet. Mars has sharp rocks, volcanic debris, and jagged terrain from billions of years of asteroid impacts. To explore or transport anything across that landscape, you need something tough, and the Cybertruck fits that bill perfectly. Musk designed it to handle extreme conditions, including Mars's unforgiving surface. But the real game changer here? Optimus, the Tesla bot. This humanoid robot is something Musk has been pouring serious resources into, and it's critical for Mars. Think about it. When humans finally set foot on the red planet, they'll need a workforce already there, building infrastructure, establishing life support systems, and ensuring everything is in place for survival. Optimus could become the first settler on Mars, laying the groundwork and setting up systems so the human crew could arrive and hit the ground running. And let's face it, Mars is deadly. The environment is extreme, and survival isn't guaranteed. Living on Mars isn't a vacation. It's a dangerous, uncomfortable, and long journey. But Musk sees it as an adventure that, despite the challenges, will be one of humanity's most incredible experiences. That's why automation, like Optimus, will be key to making the mission successful. Automation and AI aren't just about robots. They're about creating the brains behind Mars colonization, xAI, Musk's AI company, and its ambitious project, Grok. Grok is designed to evolve into Artificial General Intelligence, AGI, an AI that can think, reason, and learn like humans. It will become the colony's brain, managing everything from day-to-day emergencies. Communicating with Earth is one of the biggest challenges of living on Mars. Depending on their positions, messages take 5 to 20 minutes to travel one way between Mars and Earth. So if something goes wrong, like an emergency or technical failure, waiting for help from Earth is out of the question. That's where Grok comes in. This AI could act as an immediate problem solver, offering solutions and guidance for settlers cut off from Earth's assistance. Think about it. Grok could be the lifeline the colony needs, constantly learning from its environment and adapting to unforeseen challenges. This technology, paired with Optimus and Cybertruck, creates a foundation for a sustainable human presence on Mars. Starlink is another of Musk's game-changing projects that is vital to his vision for Mars. You've probably heard of it or even used it already. It's a satellite internet constellation that provides global high-speed internet, especially in remote or underserved areas. On Earth, Starlink is already revolutionizing connectivity, but on Mars, it could be a lifeline. A reliable internet system like Starlink could enable instantaneous communication with Earth and the Martian colony. It would also help ensure that all the robots, AI, and Neuralink systems stay connected, even in the middle of the Martian wilderness. It's another piece of the puzzle, helping to make life on Mars as connected and sustainable as possible. When you're building a city on a whole new planet, communication is everything. Let's discuss Neuralink, one of Elon Musk's boldest ventures. Imagine being able to control machines with just your thoughts. Sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But Musk is working hard to make this a reality. Neuralink is a brain-computer interface that links tiny wires to the brain, allowing humans to control computers with their minds. On Earth, this is an intriguing experiment. But when it comes to Mars, it could be life-saving. Picture this. Instead of sending a human into Mars's harsh, toxic atmosphere to fix a solar panel, why not have a robot do the job, controlled by someone back in the safety of the base? Imagine not having to waste time flipping through manuals or waiting for data. With Neuralink, a person could access vast amounts of information instantly, all through the power of thought. This tech could be crucial for survival on Mars, especially as Musk envisions a future where humanity is fully integrated with machines. The more we depend on AI and robotics, the more important it will be to interface directly with them. Neuralink is the key to making this possible. Musk's long-term vision for Mars isn't just about visiting the planet and building a thriving, self-sustaining city. Musk wants to establish a colony of 1 million people on Mars. He estimates that SpaceX must transport 100 million tons of materials using 1,000 starships. That's an enormous task, and it will require some innovative solutions. This is where the Boring Company comes into play. On November 14, 2024, Musk said, "Tunnels will be important on Mars." Why? Because Mars, much like Earth, faces threats like radiation, micrometeorites, and planet-wide dust storms that happen every few years. As cool as glass domes may look in science fiction movies, they wouldn't stand a chance against a storm of that magnitude. Underground shelters offer a more viable option for long-term living. Musk even suggested that entire Martian cities could be built underground using advanced tunneling technology. The Boring Company's Prufrock 4 tunneling machine, which can fit inside a starship's payload bay, could play a major role in this process. But it's not just about protection from the elements. These tunnels could also serve other purposes, like ice mining. Mars has ice trapped beneath its surface. Extracting this resource could be essential for producing water and fuel for the colony. The more Musk's companies collaborate, the more this vision of a sustainable Martian civilization takes shape. We can't live underground forever for humanity to truly thrive on Mars. Eventually, the planet will need to become habitable, and that's where Musk's most radical idea comes into play: terraforming Mars. Musk has proposed nuking Mars. Yes, you heard that right. The idea is simple but extreme. Mars has vast reserves of CO2 and water ice trapped on its surface. If these gases are released into the atmosphere, they could spark global warming, thickening the atmosphere and raising the planet's temperatures. Musk's solution? Detonate nuclear bombs over Mars's polar regions to rapidly release these greenhouse gases. The goal is to create a thicker atmosphere and warmer temperatures, making Mars more hospitable to human life. It's an audacious plan, but Musk believes it could be a key step toward transforming the planet into a second home for humanity. While critics question whether this would be enough to fully terraform the planet, Musk insists it's a start. He brought up this idea again in 2023 on the Joe Rogan Experience, emphasizing that unlocking Mars's frozen water and CO2 reserves could significantly shift its climate. Of course, even with all the technology and innovation, there's one final piece to the puzzle: governance. A Mars colony would need a system to manage resources, enforce laws, and organize society. Musk hasn't revealed much about how a Martian government would work, but he'll likely have a hand in shaping it. Musk will play an increasingly important role in US government policy this year. Given his influence, it's only a matter of time before he starts discussing plans for Mars' first legal system and government structure. Elon Musk's vision for Mars is undoubtedly massive and controversial. But whether you see it as a utopian dream or a dystopian nightmare, there's no denying that Musk is serious about making it happen. He's betting that within our lifetime, Mars won't just be a distant dream. It will become humanity's second home. It's a bold gamble, and it's far from guaranteed. But if anyone can pull it off, it's Musk. The technologies are in development, the plan is being laid, and SpaceX is already making huge strides toward Mars colonization. Whether it succeeds or fails, Musk's vision is pushing the boundaries of what was thought was possible, and it's exciting to see how this all unfolds. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in our next video.